Why do we keep looking outside of ourselves for the answers by scrolling or researching or asking other people for advice? We already know what we need to do. I know that the answers are inside of me, and you probably do too. Hi, I'm Tanya, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Threshold. That was my fortress of knowledge. Here it is beside me here. And it was collected to avoid something, and that something was myself. One of the ways that we avoid ourselves is the distraction trap. I always felt like I needed to be doing something instead of just being. I had to either be reading books or researching books or attending webinars or taking free quizzes online about finding my purpose or finding my why. And this comes back to that idea of what we should be doing. I wasn't looking for answers, though. I was looking for certainty. Why? Trust myself? I don't know. What if I'm wrong? What if I miss something? What if I'm not as prepared as I could have been? And it's interesting because that again circles back to when we talked about discernment. I feel more comfortable or quite comfortable discerning, making discernment or judgments about my outer world, but my inner world is where I need to increase my ability to discern for myself. I kept consuming because then I was able to delay the moment when I had to listen to myself. And this takes me into the second reason why perhaps we avoid ourselves by consuming or researching, and that is the illusion of progress. Research feels productive. It feels like forward motion, but it can turn into analysis by paralysis by analysis, or procrastination disguised as progress. This is my fear in a stack. So I would like to test this idea that the answers are in myself, even though I know they are, and I'm going to use you as my accountability. So I'm going to create a 7-day challenge for myself, and I invite you to join me as well. So 10 minutes a day for 7 days, I'm going to sit in stillness. I'm going to pick a time that works for me. So morning, midday, evening. I think I'm going to do morning. I'm going to find a quiet spot with no distractions. There'll be no phone, no books, no writing, not even my beloved journaling. I think I'll probably journal after the fact. I'm just going to sit and observe, see what comes up. I'm going to notice. I'm going to try and do it without judgment. The goal is no judgment, no expectations. Just notice what comes up in that 10 minutes of sitting in stillness. And I'm going to check in with you next week to share struggles, surprises, epiphanies. What do you think is going to happen to me with my 7 days of stillness? If you do it, what do you think might come up for you? Feel free to comment below. I hope to get past this boredom that I fear is going to come up, but I also fear that that boredom is just masking what's really there. And I hope to get beyond the threshold and seek some answers. And I'll see you next week.